Chris on the militia. Front. Here, come here. Have a care! Detail! Shoulder yaw! Shoulder yaw! Shoulder! Violence! Poise yaw! Fire looks! Rest yaw! Fire looks! Mourn! Arms! Fire looks! Shoulder! Fire looks! Joker! Right about! Hey! Gentlemen over there, move over to the right. Detail, other than the 3rd New York, fix your bayonets. Running load. Shoulder, arms. Detail, present, arms. Shoulder yaw, fire. Have a care. Make ready. Present. Have a date. Fire. Right and load. Shoulder, fire looks. Support your arms. Ready. Shoulder, arms. Here. Present. Arms. Present. Fire. Cover. Running load. Shoulder, arms. Support, arms! Everyone ready? Shoulder, arms! Present, arms! Out of care. Make ready! Present! Fire! Shoulder, arms, unfixed, Bayonet! Secure your fire! Shoulder, fire! Shoulder, fire! Yeah! Right now! Hey! Detail! Pause your furlocks! Rest your furlocks! Order your furlocks! Stand easy, gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming out today. It's been a difficult year and a half for us all. Need I say more, but we've definitely lost a great number of our brothers and sisters this past year. So if anyone would like to speak in their memory, I give you the floor to do so. Michael, if you want to lead us off, especially Bob Small, commander of the 42nd, we lost this past year, as well as Brian Shea of the 2nd New York Provincial Battalion and the 3rd New York Regiment, with countless others and other units that we've lost over the past year. So if anyone has any words to say, the floor is yours.
First off, I want to thank everyone to be here today, and thank you on behalf of the 42nd Royal Highland Regiment. Now, I've known Bob Small since 1994. His granddaughters used to watch my daughters so I could go out there in the field on the weekends. Bob was like a father to me. He was a father pretty much to all of us. Fondly, everyone called him grandfather as well. Very kind soul. Never heard mean words from him ever from the whole time I've known him. He was welcoming to me and my family years ago when I formally joined the 42nd. 2 years after that, he made me field commander. I was quite honored for that. And just before he passed, he told me, make sure you keep the memory of this regiment alive, try to keep this regiment going, and try to get more recruits. Because one thing he was always worried about, for the 42nd Royal Highland Regiment Grenadier Company disappearing. And I know I'm going to do my best. I know the men of the regiment are going to do their best as well, and as well as the ladies will as well. And also I want to mention a little bit about Brian Shea. I've been friends with Brian Shea since 1998 when I moved up to Eastchester. First Memorial Day parade I ever marched in. I was wearing a Continental Army sergeant's uniform. And this guy shows up dressed up World War II. We got started talking. We did Civil War. He was thinking about doing French and Indian War, American Revolution. And it was another sad experience finding out when he passed as well, because I only spoke to him 2 days before. Again, thank you.
I've known both Bob Small and Brian Shea. Brian Shea only very briefly, unfortunately for me, right at the end when he fell in with our 67th New York's volunteer group in our Civil War. And just immediately, he was just a very warm and welcoming person. I was looking forward to more reenactments with him, but unfortunately he was taken. But because I've known Bob Small longer, I'll mainly speak about him. I met him when I was 9 years old, back in '04, and he was the quartermaster for the Gordon Highlanders Pipe Band of Locust Valley. And ever since I was young, seeing him at the Highland Games in Old Westbury, he was a role model. Him and his very dapper red threads, and always looking the part, and always the warmest heart. And I think it's so rough when you see the best of people taken so soon. And he lived a long and good life, but I could have used him a lot longer. He was an inspiration to us all, and was always welcoming, and brought me out to my first Revolutionary War reenactment, Monmouth in 2018. So I'm so proud to be wearing this for him, and to play these pipes for him today, as I did on his funeral. So God bless them both, and they will be missed. Thank you. Thank you.
I knew Brian Shea for many years. He and I were best of friends, best of buddies, closer than my brother. We used to represent the 2nd New York in the Monmouth County battles year after year. He's a guy you can always count on. He said he's going to be there. He'd drive you crazy, calling you back over and over. Are you going to be there? What time? When's the train? Over and over. Hey, Brian, do you have any cartridges? No. Don't worry about it, Brian. I got you. Brian, like has been mentioned before, very warm with every group he fell in with. Brian introduced me to the 3rd New York Island group out here. We were basically from the 2nd New York, which is Mohawk Valley, Hudson Valley area. Lo and behold, Brian showed to me he wasn't just good in this era, he was good in F&I. He was good in World War I and II, is that right?
Yep.
He had his fingers in a lot of pies, and he was stretched a little bit thin, but wherever he would give you his best. And God bless you, Brian. And Bob, we're going to keep you guys alive with us by showing up many events possible. Thank you.
As we're kind of going around the horn, I keep it brief, but I mean, you mentioned Monmouth 2018. I got into it the weekend after, right here at around Feast of St. John the Baptist in June of 18, and that's when I met Bob Small, and I was kind of shopping for units and stuff, and I ended up falling in with the 3rd New York because I was committed to the rebel cause, as it were. But nevertheless, Bob still sat down with me, told me what it would take, and was very warm, very gracious, and only took it a little personally that I chose not to wear red. But yeah, being a Yorker, I knew Brian a little bit better, and Norma said it already. He was a guy who was always there, a guy that you were happy to lend things to because he was always overwhelmingly gracious. And yeah, I know that where I saw Norman, I would see Brian, and yeah, I miss him for you, buddy. So.
Hi, my name's Shane Riley. On behalf of the Royal Welsh Fusiliers in America, I want to extend our condolences to Bob Small and Brian Shea's families. I worked with Bob when he was commander of the 42nd. I didn't really know Brian, but I think really the important takeaway today is we're here to mourn them and commemorate their loss, but at the same time, we're continuing their legacy, and I think that's the most important thing, is that we're all here together as a community. And as we approach the 250th, we just move forward remembering these torchbearers that went there before us and set the stage for this. So thank you all for coming out. It's a pleasure working with you, even with you guys in gray who kind of went astray at some point. But and thanks to Pat for setting all this up. But yeah, as we move forward, the important thing is just to keep their legacy in our memory and to try to continue that going forward.
Again, thank you, everyone. We'll do 3 huzzahs. We'll come back up to the shoulder. Detail, attention, take care. Shoulder yaw, Furlock. Three huzzahs. Hip, hip. Huzzah! Hip, hip. Huzzah! Hip, hip. Huzzah! Detail will retire by unit. 3rd New York.
Out of care. Right about. Hey!
In front. Hey, up.
Halt! Right about. Hey! Poise your fire!
23rd.
Rest your
To the left.
fire!
Wheel.
Dismissed!
March.
Down. Step. Got your number here. Maybe we'll do a step. Straight.
Huntington Militia, to the right, face. To the front. Like Indian file, to the front. Up. 40 second. Right, turn. For the right wheel, march.